Interdependence of education and philosophy. Philosophy is systematic inquiry about the attitudes, realities in the universe. It is the study of general principles and understanding of all that comes into the range of human experience. It is a search for comprehensive view of nature. Etymologically meaning. Etymologically, the word philosophy is derived from Greek words philos and sophia. Philos means love and Sophia means wisdom. Philosophy means love of wisdom. It is concerned with the search for eternal truth. According to Plato, he who has a taste for every sort of knowledge and who is curious to learn and never satisfied may be justly termed as philosopher. Philosopher is always getting more and more knowledge who will be curious and never satisfied. According to Dewey, philosophy is critical reviewing of just those familiar things. Philosophy and education. Philosophy and education are like the two sides of the same coin. The one implied by the former is the contemplative side of life, later in the active side. Independence, philosophy, and education. Education is dependent on philosophy due to the following area. Number 1. Philosophy determines the real destination towards which education has to go. Education is a conscious dynamic process which needs proper guidance and supervision. Without proper guidance and supervision, it cannot achieve its goal. Philosophy determines the goal of life and also provides suitable and effective guidance and supervision. Second, philosophy determines the various aspects of education. Some scholars believe that philosophy is concerned with abstract items and conceptions only, while practical, concrete things are progresses. Hence, the two are different and there exists no relation between them. Third, great philosophy have been great educationists also. Some philosophical treatises have been important guide for educational planning and determination of educational aims for children of the world. Fourth, education is means to achieve the goal. Two things are essential for completing thought or plan side and education is the application or practical side. Fifth, philosophy and curriculum. Curriculum is the means through which we realize the aims of education. Naturally, therefore, our educational aims are determine the curriculum of studies. But aims of education in their own turn are determined by philosophy. According to Bridge, education seriously needs leaders who hold a sound, comprehensive philosophy of which they can conceive others and who can direct its consistent application to the formation to the function of appropriate curricula. It should be clearly noted that curriculum is not fixed for all times. It changes according to the educational determined by philosophy. Philosophy and textbook. Textbooks are important instruments through which the aims of education are realized. In the selection of textbook, therefore, there is much need of ideals and principle as in the selected subjects. Those who select textbook must have a standard of judgment which should enable them to select the right books. The idealists, on the other hand, say that the textbook should reflect the individual of the author. Now, seventh, philosophy and method. Every philosopher formulates his own methods of teaching according to his own philosophy. The naturalists emphasize the child-centered method. The idealists believe in the use of discussion method, whereas the pragmatists recommended project and problem method. Eighth, philosophy and discipline. In ancient India, strict discipline was emphasized. and practiced. According to Briggs, education seriously needs leaders who hold a sound, comprehensive philosophy of which they can convince others and who can direct its consistent application to the formation of appropriate curricula. It should be clearly noted that curriculum is not fixed for all times. It's changed according to the aims of education determined by philosophy. Philosophy and textbook. Textbooks are important instruments through which the aims of education are realized. In the selection of textbook, therefore, there is as much need of ideals and principles as in the selected subject. Those who select textbook must have standard of judgment which should enable them to select the right books. The idealists, on the other hand, say that the textbook should reflect the individual of the author. Number 7, philosophy and method. Every philosopher formulates his own methods of teaching according to his own philosophy. The naturalists emphasize the child-centered method. The idealists believe in the use of discussion method, whereas the pragmatists recommended project and problem method. 8. Philosophy and discipline. In ancient India, strict discipline was emphasized. In medieval period, strict discipline was advocated and practiced. In naturalist stress perfect freedom. They believe in discipline by natural consequences. Pragmatists emphasize social discipline which is maintained by the proper direction of the pupil's natural impulses through cooperative activities. Number 9, philosophy and teacher. The teacher is the backbone of the entire educative progress. Thus, the philosophy of life should be in accordance with the philosophy on which the educational system is based. Naturalists emphasize no interference of the teacher with the free activities of the children. Conclusion. It is clear from the above discussion that philosophy is inseparably linked with education and influence its power in all areas and in all aspects. In short, philosophy leads and education follows the path shown by philosophy.